Good morning. It is 11:22. We're drinking coffee while talking about AEW. So, we did a watch along to AEW Dynasty, and it was pretty interesting. I haven't watched AEW in a while, and they've still got it. There's just something wrong with the marketing. Alex, what do you think is wrong with
I
the?
don't think it's marketing. It's just their booking. Their booking is just it gets booked into oblivion. So I think the problem in the AEW right now is it's not even the sponsorships. It's not anything. It's just they book themselves into oblivion. You know what I mean? So like keeping Moxley as champions a little too much. You know what I mean? Like you're riding this out. You haven't seen the title since October. So like, I don't know. It's tough. You know what I mean? Like with WrestleMania is on the horizon. It's a week away. So basically like, it's tough. Like they're just booking themselves. We're going to the show in Boston this Wednesday, but it's tough. You know, like I think with AEW, they just have to get their head out of their ass, put the championship on someone who's not a tweener. Like I love Moxley. I think Moxley's a great wrestler, but storyline wise, it's just it's weird. So,
Oh yeah, and
but I think when it comes down to it with AEW, it's Tony. It's not the wrestlers. Is it like wrestlers do their job and they get paid to do what they do? So I think Tony just needs to
leave the
Tony. Not leave the company. He's the owner. He just needs a booker, man. That's always been the same. It's been the same thing for 2 years now. 3 years. It was so hot for the first 3 years, you know. But now it's just they just book. Like I said, it's just booking into oblivion. You know, you think you're setting up something 6 months down the road, and then they change it like 3 months in, and it's like, oh shit, you know.
So something I noticed about AEW, they let their wrestlers wrestle at other promotions, and WWE doesn't do that. Do you think that's more of a strength, or do you think that's more of a weakness?
Well, it depends. Like I think like they have a good, strong roster, so I think with AEW, it's just they're allowing freedom, and I think like the creative of it is amazing. Sometimes it's just like you can't. Someone's got to be the head honcho sometimes, but I think when it comes down to it, like just depending on the person and they're making a lot of money though. So I think for the business it's good, and for AW it's fine. But it's been biting them in the ass just not having a booker, just because all these guys are gonna book themselves be over and all this other stuff. But
Okay, so they're booking themselves. Does that mean
so
no one's in control of it?
yeah, basically they have when they have full freedom of control, it's nice. Like I think like a guy like Ricochet, a guy like Jericho, guys like Omega, you know, it's good having Omega been there the whole time, but like guys like Ricochet who came from WWE, wasn't really good on the mic, or wasn't really like he's never really been that good on the mic, but he's getting better because he's actually having the chance to be himself rather than read a script and like told to do this promo. He's being able to do all this other stuff and talk about it. Be like, hey, Swerve, what do you want me to do? Like, we can talk it out. So now I think with that, it's better for guys like Ricochet and like those types of cats, like to where they can get better at the promo. But if you're already good at it, like Jericho's been fucking in the game for so long that it's like, even if someone was telling him what to do, he'd fucking do his own thing. You know what I mean? So,
That's another thing I heard. The fans are kind of sick of Jericho. I kind of noticed that Jericho is just there.
I love Jericho though. I respect him. I think he's a cool guy. I think what he's done a lot for the business. I think a lot of people are just stale on him, just because like he's the type of guy that would reinvent himself every like year to 18 months, and I think he's just been stagnant in AEW for the last like 2 years now. So, and I don't mean stagnant like he's not being a good creative guy. He's putting guys over. He just put over Bandito, but it's just like the freedom that I don't think it's tough with him, because like I do think he's a creative guy, but I think he just needs not a change of scenery. I think he should go back to WWE and end his career there. I really do think he will, but it's just just knowing how he is and what he talks about and what he is just, it's going to be tough to go back to and do the list or do Y2J. He always wants to be something new. So I think with him, and like I watched last Dynamite, and he basically was pissed off at his two guys, Big Bill and Brian Keith, for losing, but then he lost. So, and then AEW, like I said, the wrestling is always going to be there. Storyline wise, it's just annoying because I can only watch so many 5-star matches without storyline and be like, dude, what the fuck? Why are we doing this match? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn, big show. We're going to a big show this Wednesday. It's going to be the show that we're going to makes them the longest running wrestling show on TNT history.
Oh, for
So
sure.
it's longer than Nitro, longer than yeah. So I don't know what they're gonna. I don't know. It probably won't say anything about it. They might take a little bit of digs at like maybe Bischoff, but I like Bischoff, but it's like they might do a little shit like that. But I never had 83 weeks of beating WWE like that, so it's gonna be a good show. So we'll be good.
Didn't Nitro run for like 8 years though?
No, so Nitro started in '95. It got cut in 2001.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the first Nitro, I believe, was, I don't want to be technical, it was in Mall of America. I don't remember the exact date, but I think it might have been between June to like September. It's like within those 3 months. And then, so it was that. And then they ran it until March of '01. So they bought the company. And when they bought the company, they had the whole invasion storyline, but no one. But this is where your dad could tell you, because he worked for Turner, and well, probably not the time, but they had guaranteed contracts. So when they break down the guaranteed contracts, that's why a lot of the guys like Kevin Nash, Goldberg, Hogan, Stott Steiner, like guys like that didn't come into WWE right away because they were already making their $3 million or their $4 million. So they could just sit at home and make their money because it was a fully guaranteed contract. And I think that's where the wrestlers today have Kevin Nash and Scott Hall to thank for guaranteed contracts. Because
And not Hogan.
yeah, fuck Hogan. Oh my god. Hey man, like dude, I hate saying this. I really do. Would I still get a picture with him? Would I still shoot the shit with him? If I haven't met him, I'd still, yeah, of course. Like I'm a human being. That's like I don't. We're in a generation right now that if we take a picture, like say we met Trump, it would be an honor to meet the president of the United States still. Do you have to like him? Do we have to do this? Do we agree with his policies? No, but it still should be somewhat of an honor to meet your president.
Yeah.
It should still be an honor to meet your vice president. It should still be an honor to meet someone that is fucked up, but it's still an honor because at the end of the day, like he's a Mount Rushmore guy. And at the end of the day, like we don't have to like him, but yeah, it's still fucking Hulk Hogan. It's still Trump. It's still, there's a lot of guys that have. I was watching a lot of Candace Owens stuff, and I was just listening to her explain the Harvey Weinstein situation, and I was just like, or like the way that they broke it down in court. I was like, holy fuck, it's crazy. I
need to listen to her on Theo Vaughn. I haven't yet.
She's good, man.
Yeah.
I think the thing with Candace is, or like Charlie, or a lot of those guys, or the right wing, they say the right things, like they're right. But they go about it in a way to like make people feel pissed off.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem with the right now, because I do think the right is the left is overboard right now. So, but with the right, it's just, they just say shit right. They say the right shit, but they say it in a way of making people, it's demeaning people by being right.
Yeah, they're right. They're just going about it wrong. Something I noticed, you remember that guy Daryl Davis, the guy that told Klansmen to leave.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So he said that when he was talking to the Klansmen, and I listened to this side of the story, he said they were right. They just weren't taking in the context of why that was happening.
Right.
And they were blaming the blacks for it.
Yeah, like simple divide and conquer tactic. So, but going back to AEW, going back to wrestling, just in general, AEW is just in a great. Like I said, the wrestling will never not be great, like we said. But it's tough. Like I don't go out of like it's not like I'm going out of my way to watch Dynamite or Collision. Like I'm still a fan. Like don't get me wrong, I do it. I go on the Jericho cruises. I've been able to meet everybody. Like I met like Briscoe is in my like cruise family pick, man. Like it's a cool experience. They're very down to earth people. It's just that it's tough when you really want them to prosper, but like I feel like Tony is just such a fucking mark. And I think like you've had guys like Mark Henry, you had you still have Big Show, but you had Mark Henry. You had guys there that were willing to like help you. And I don't think like he really listened to them. So I think that's where like I have a big issue with Tony, because it's like it's just the Mark shit. Like, all right, Mr. Conan had to fucking take the deuce, so he had to take a little break. But back where we were with AEW, it's hard for me, man, because I genuinely love going on the cruises. I love AEW events, like the roster. It's just like I said, it's just when you book to Oblivion, like you lose people. Is what made me fall in love with wrestling, because stories. Like I love the wrestling, like I do like the wrestling aspect of it, but it's storylines. It's how this guy's gonna get over. It's how this guy's gonna get beat or lose the title. Like that's what fans are brought in by. You know what I mean? You can have as many 5-star matches as you can, but I think when you just, it's tough. Like, dude, like every match was incredible on Dynasty. It really was. But then it just gets to a point you're like, you'd always see so many good matches. Where's the storyline? Like when Swerve lost, I was just like, dude, what the fuck? It was just, you know. But I like, and I hate to say this, but I can't really go on anymore about AEW. Like I really can't. Like, and it sucks because I genuinely like I said, like I like the cruise more for like it's basically like a family now. You know what I mean? It's like seeing old friends at that point. And then whoever's announced is just more of like, okay, like if I run into them, I'm like, all right, cool. We're gonna bump into each other. We're gonna shoot the shit. But with the rest, it's tough, man.
Yeah, he has like a real tight knit friend group from the cruise, and two of them they rapped and wrestled at the Gathering of the Juggalos. Mm-hmm. Yeah, super cool.
No, there's a lot of cool people that do the Jericho cruise, man. Like, and it's just a close. It's tight, you know. There's a lot more newbies, but the first ones that have been on, there's only been about like 120 to 145 people that have been on the cruise, all 6 of them, and then this is going to be a 7-1 next year. Like I said, I'm trying to get this motherfucker, guys. Don't worry, but you got to just start saving. It's just November of next year. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's going to be out of Miami still. I hope so, because I fucking love Miami. But if we do Tampa, we do New Orleans, I don't care. You know, maybe make it, you know, because it's going to be during Jericho's birthday week. So he's going to be fucking he's going to be so fucking cocked. So, but with AEW, it's hard. Like I said, I don't want to keep repeating myself. It's just a tough time for them, just because I do think the wrestling's great. It's just more of like they just book themselves into oblivion. Yeah, and it's just so tough.
Want to move on to the next subject then?
Oh, let's can we talk about Cope at least?
Cope?
Yeah, let's talk about. Let's Cope. Talk about that was the best. Do you think that was the best moment of Dynasty? Or what was your favorite? Because your favorite match was Ospreay. Ospreay is amazing, but I think the best moment of the night was when FTR turned on Cope.
I was honestly so tired that I kind of zoned out halfway through, so not gonna lie.
Yeah, but did you watch that match, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think you watched the whole pay-per-view, but I think that was a great match, and arguably, I think that's where the face turn of Christian going back with Cope is going to be even better. But I don't think we're going to get that until like closer to All In rather than do it at Double or Nothing. So, but we'll see how it goes. But But yeah, let's move on to the next subject then.
Yes.
AEW, it's not trash, it's not this, it's not that. It's just, it is what it is. AEW's just been doing their stuff and they're trying, but get a booker, Tony. At the end of the day, that's all you need. Cause...
All right, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about sports we've done.
Yes.
Yo, yo, yo. We are back. Now we're going to talk about sports we've done.
Yes. Sorry, AEW. You guys weren't worth talking about for like an hour and a half because we still love you. But, you know, we're going to talk about the sports that we have played and just go in depth about more of like what we're going to probably have our kids like get into just because, you know, just the situation of money and just not even about living vicariously through your kid, but just genuinely like what I want my kids to be into because, you know. So what have you played? Like what sports have you done?
Mostly I've done like martial arts growing up. I did karate for 11 years, judo for 3 years, Brazilian jiu-jitsu for a year.
What's your favorite out of those three? Or like rank them if you could.
All right, Brazilian jiu-jitsu is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Muay Thai is number 2.
Muay Thai, yeah.
Karate number 3.
Judo. Even though you've done karate the most amount of time,
yeah.
You see that it's like, eh.
Yeah, I know. Kenpo karate is kind of lame compared to all like the other martial arts I've done because you're not getting the shit kicked out of you. Meanwhile, Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you are getting the shit kicked out of you. Yes. And judo too. I did judo, so that's number 4. I met my best friend doing judo, Ricardo.
Yes, yeah, Ricardo's a good dude.
And
shout out Ricardo.
Yeah, shout out Ricardo. What else have I done? Boxing for 6 months, so I guess that's number 5.
What was the toughest thing about actually trying boxing out?
Toughest thing about trying boxing out? The location of the gym. Because it's like
more of location rather than like actually.
Yeah, because it's more like it's like Camp Get Right in Worcester. It's like this like sort of like warehouse style gym. Yeah, it was hard to get there.
Where was it at?
It was Millbrook Street.
Oh, Millbrook. Okay. I never know. All right, Millbrook. All right. Oh, what's this nice op-ed for some good-ass boxers? And so, shout out Bobby Harris III. Shout out Jermaine Ortiz. Got Richard Popeye. No, because Rivera Promotions runs on Worcester, and that's my third cousin, AJ. So,
oh, okay.
AJ Rivera. So, he's there's some cool down there motherfuckers, though, man. Like, dude, it's
oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, and ball sports are done from the ages of like 7 to 11. I did rugby in the summers, like Worcester Youth Rugby.
Oh, nice. How'd that go?
It went pretty good. Kind of realizing how good it was now that I'm doing lacrosse, and one of our poles on the lacrosse team, he still does rugby during the summers. So,
dude, rugby looks so fucking tough. You played like all the sports I didn't. Where it's like, well, I would have loved to done rugby because like you would have been properly training yourself to actually betterly take care of someone, and even if you correlate to football, you would have done better hits. Just because you're not leading with your head, you're not gonna fucking get. Because rugby players probably still get a decent amount of concussions, but not as much as football.
Yeah, yeah, and when it comes to you know. Road sports, I realize I'm not good at checking people. I'm not in the habit of checking people. Like, we had a game against Westfield State, and I was just whacking him with my stick. I wasn't checking him.
I see.
Yeah.
See, the thing with lacrosse that I never, like, I respect the sport. I just don't know the rules. So, like, that's where, like, if I don't know the rules, it's not that I can't go out of my way to watch it. Like, I should probably still learn, but it's just more of, like, it's hard for me now, being almost 30, to be like, hey, fucker, like, you're gonna learn this. And they're like, nah, like, I don't, like, I'm getting to a point where it's like, nah, like, I like what I like, and, you know, it's cool, like, I'll watch it, but I'm, like, gonna root for the team that's just looks more physical and lacrosse, rather than, you know, like that one time we were at Hooters and fucking Notre Dame was killing Michigan.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, because they got off, like, a total combined, like, of 85 to 90 shots. And then, like, Notre Dame had, like, 21 fucking goals. I was like, holy shit. Because I thought lacrosse was, like, more like, okay, like, it not like hockey. Because hockey, there's a decent amount of shots, but it's not, like, crazy. So since you play lacrosse, what would be like the most simplest way of explaining it if you had to cross sports? Like, does it
probably
is it because I've always equated it to soccer and hockey, kind of mixed, but then is it like that, or is it
like
just more
sort of like football mixed with hockey?
football mixed with hockey?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the sense of like you're on, because do you play? What's is it on a football field or is it more on a field hockey field? Okay, so it's 100 yards.
Yep.
So it's 100 yards from each goal, or is it 80 yards?
I think so. Yeah.
And it's yards, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's the thing. With lacrosse, I'm not ignorant to this sport. I'm just ignorant to the rules. And I think that's where it's just hard. Not hard for me to learn. It's just more of like I never really I don't like watching sports if I don't know the rules.
Yeah.
Like that's where
same here.
because it's tough. Like hockey. Like nothing's better than playoff fucking hockey. Just because of the atmosphere, and we definitely got to go to a Bruins or go to a fucking Railers game. But like me personally, like it's just the rules. I don't know when like icing happens. I don't know any of this shit. So it's just more of like I watch it for fun. Because hockey's the most fun sport to watch to me, I think. Especially playoffs. If I had to rank them, hockey's definitely one for me.
Yeah, hockey does look pretty fun. When it comes to like lacrosse is basically hockey on a football field, essentially.
Basically, right? That's where I always thought about that.
Something I kind of realize I have trouble getting into is kind of whenever I'm I get sent in, I'm just like sort of confused. I was like, oh, what do I do? Because I remember one time this fucking because people are like yelling different things against me, and the guy with the ball just ran past me, and I just looked at him for a second. I was like, oh shit, that's my guy.
So what position do you play?
I play D-mid. I'm basically the support for the defense.
Okay. So are you how far, is there like a certain percentage of the field that you have to cover? Is it just more of you can't, and that's the thing, because with the position wise, it's more like soccer. Like you have middlemen, you have forwards in lacrosse, or do you have setters? You have
centers.
What's the position based? Because you have defensemen. You have
it's top left, top center, top right.
Okay.
Bottom left, bottom center, bottom right, and the attack and the middies are at the top, and the defense, which are the poles, are at the bottom.
Okay.
And basically they're there to the attack guys on the other side stand with the defense guys, and the defense guys are the guys that are covering. So and when we have the ball, when we have the ball, I'm out, because the O-mids, the offensive mids, are going to try to score it.
Okay.
And then the other team is going to go try to stop it.
Somewhat okay.
Yeah.
I see.
And when we have the ball, I have to run in.
Oh.
And that's when and I'm either in top center, top left, top right, and the bottom is for the defense.
I see.
And you know what Syracuse is?
Syracuse, yeah, the zone.
Yeah, the zone.
Yeah.
And it's when I gotta run to the crease. That Syracuse is when the mid is on the crease, and that's kind of the position I excel at the most.
Nice.
Yeah, because I'm always on the dude.
You're always on a dude? That sounds fucking very open-ended. There you go.
Yeah, because it's also the most simple position, because I feel with bass I just overthink shit.
I definitely see that.
Yeah.
In how you are. But no, it's cool. I definitely think lacrosse is a growing cultural sport. It's always been big. It's even in the Midwest, they have a lot of lacrosse, more like field hockey for the women too. It's a great sport, and Wisconsin fucking has a lot of good lacrosse players. So, but no, what's another? You done lacrosse? You done mixed martial arts? What's another? You did boxing?
I did mixed martial arts too. Yeah. And okay, I only went to 2 classes. I want to say that I did it, but because I haven't had time to go, because the days they have the MMA classes are the days that I have lacrosse practice. So.
Right.
Mixed martial arts was fun. At the corner of my gym, I'm starting to feel real insecure about like my Kenpo karate background because there's like a Kenpo place in the corner of our gym. I don't know what it's doing there, but hey, to each his own. Like back at judo, we had a bunch of like martial arts. We had like judo one side of the gym, Brazilian jiu-jitsu the other side, and Muay Thai the last side. So that's what happens sometimes. But I'm out here getting the shit kicked out of me, and these guys are just like doing all these like weird forms. Tai Chi, yeah.
They're just like not like doing Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal shit, yeah. But here's the thing. I'm not trying to dog on that Kenpo because Steve Thompson from the UFC he has a background in Kenpo, and he's nasty.
There's some bad guys, man. There's some badass dudes that have done it. It's just more of like you say. It's more of like the defense of it. It's not a defense mechanism. It's just more of like you just knowing shit. But like I feel with judo, jiu-jitsu, even Muay Thai, it's just more of like you have that standard of being able to do whatever the fuck you want to do to someone.
Yeah.
You could choke someone out. You could just stand with a guy. You can grapple with a guy. God forbid, you fucking do it, Like at the end of the day, and that's what I like about it more than anything, because at the end of the day, like you're teaching someone actual self-defense. Like, don't get me wrong, they got a gun and they try to fucking shoot you, like, you fuck, you know what I mean? But you just have to get the gun out rather than, you know what I mean? But if it's stand up and, like, just man to man, like, you're gonna fuck a lot more people up than you think. That's sure, like, you just gotta be fucking savage, that's all, but.
Yes, sir, and,
oh, yeah, dude, I've done wrestling. That shit's hard.
I wanted to do wrestling when I was in like the 9th grade, but my mom would have had a problem with it. So
you would have had a fucking ringworm, dude. You would have had, oh my god, oh, like, dude, that's, I love it. Great environment to be around. It fucking builds men. Like, and at the end of the day, like, it's such a discipline. It builds a lot of discipline in you. Just because, dude, like, you have to drop weight. You have to always constantly be thinking about, you know what I mean? Like, I sucked at it. Like, don't get me wrong, I was getting fucking pinned in like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And it's just, like, I just didn't have like a killer instinct of actually, because I was so new to it. I wish if you start the best wrestlers in the world, like, regardless of ethnic, like, regardless if it's Russian, American, Iranian, like, they start fucking young. You gotta start them little motherfuckers at like 4 or 5 years old, because that's when you got the best muscle memory of actually doing something. So
I have a cousin that does wrestling.
Yeah,
a little cousin.
And we're not talking, the fact of they wanted to take that sport away from the Olympics was fucking annoying. And I thank God they didn't, because that's the type of sport that builds men and builds character and puts a lot of, and women too. There's a lot of good women's wrestlers out there now, like in the fact that they're able to and do it, and if you really look at the correlation of good wrestlers that go into MMA and they just fucking learn it like that, it's amazing.
Oh yeah,
that's the one sport I respect that I did, but it was so fucking hard. That was the hardest thing I've ever done. Personally,
I wish I did wrestling in high school, but
because what did you weigh back in high school? Is it like the same amount, or
probably like 110.
Oh, fuck.
I was skinnier than I am now.
Fucking killed. Because you got to think, like, a lot of these guys are cutting, like, they're shedding. So you would have, what's the low? I'm trying to think now. You got 125, you got 110. So if you wrestle 110, dude, you're fighting a dude that's like 125 to 130. So, like, because most of the time wrestlers cut like 15 to 30 pounds of water weight. So you would have been fucked. I know him, like, that's the thing. Like, I knew guys that were like 250, but then they get down to like 185, and I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, that's the thing with wrestling too. It's like, it just, like I said, it just builds discipline, and you actually get to actually know how to take care of yourself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. And when it comes to sports, like, I didn't know how to lock it in until I started doing lacrosse. And there's been a lot of times where I was like, doing big boy shit, and I didn't know how to lock it in because I never had to lock it in before. All I do is deliver pizzas, and Yeah.
Don't say that. You're more than that.
I know. Well, at the time,
Yeah, no, I feel.
all I knew was delivering pizzas. But like last summer, when I was doing Sun, I wasn't locked in. When I was doing Moxie, I wasn't locked in. When I was doing the Town Fair, I definitely wasn't locked in. So now I know how to lock in, and that's been a big.
That's good, man. No, because that's all you really need to do. You gotta lock in and just focus. That's all it is, you know.
When you first started playing baseball, did that like give you like a good discipline?
Here and there. Like, I think baseball was my first sport. I think as I did T-ball, like, I liked baseball just because, like, I was just a fan. Huge fucking baseball fan. Like, it was, like I said, it was my first love. I just wasn't disciplined enough to catch up. Like, I would always practice fielding. I never would practice hitting. So, like, as soon as like, it went from 40 to 60, and I couldn't even touch 40. Like, I wasn't really, like, I was decent at everything else. I just couldn't get on base. Like, I would be the cat that would like have, you know, I couldn't, you know, I wasn't bad, but like I wasn't great either. So like, I just couldn't. If I can't hit a 60 mile per hour, I quit at 6th grade. Okay, I was just like, nah, like, dude, like, it's not for me.
I quit rugby in 6th grade too.
You know.
Yeah,
That's when like after that, I just morally focused on like football and basketball. But basketball was like more of like a hobby. And then I did like 8th grade, and then I played in like 10th and then my senior year, but then I just quit as we were bad. Then they won the game after I quit, and I'm like, motherfuckers. Like,
I used to play basketball with our friend James down here, and he would like check me in the solar plexus. It would like knock me the fuck out.
Yeah, no, I think like I did 2 years of basketball, and then I did all 4 years of football. Like, I think football was good, but football was fun. Like, football's fun, you know.
Yeah,
and then
it is fun. I can't play because I'm too skinny, though. If I'm
not too skinny, it's just more of, you know.
If I'm gonna get killed in like wrestling, I'll definitely get killed in fucking football. Because like I remember in 10th grade we got our football team, and we mixed with Maynard. And dude, some of the guys in Maynard are like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And my friend Paris, who's like my height, but he has 20 pounds on me. He was on the team, and I'm just thinking, how are you alive? Those guys are huge.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. You have to realize, like, with football, like, it's all, like, it's an optical illusion that I really have to tell you that, like, it doesn't, like, you could play with all your heart. Like, don't get me wrong, like, to make the league and shit, like, yeah, you gotta be a big boy and take care of yourself. Like, most quarterbacks aren't. Like, they shit on a guy that's, like, 6'1", fucking 215. Like, and he has, like, average hands. Like, they want those big guys because they realize that 6'6", dude, 6'4" to 6'7", fucking 300-pound dudes are coming after you. You know what I mean? So that's where, you know, and with me going in the Midwest, like, I understand football here isn't, like, it's not as big. Like, me personally, I think Massachusetts is more of a basketball state to me. And, well, you got fucking Hall of Fame. UMass is always, you know, the decent. You know, they had Julius Erving back in the day. So I've always equated Massachusetts to be a basketball state. I never really thought of it about being a football state. There are a couple guys based in Mass or are from Mass that have, you know. So I think, like, just like with Iowa, it's fucking different because it's like, I'm not saying I feel is probably better for football than Mass, but Mass probably has better basketball.
Do you think states with like that don't have an NFL team appreciate football more?
Well, because of the college, yes.
Yeah.
Me personally, yes. Like, I would say, like, look at Bama for a reason.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, Alabama doesn't have... They don't... It's not that they don't have a big enough city to have one, but, like, you got New Orleans right there. You got, I'm trying to think. They got Jacksonville. Jacksonville, I would say, would be pretty close. So, like, they don't really have, like, their team, but I'm trying to think. They could probably... Damn. Yeah, I would say probably either, like, if I was in Alabama, I'd probably go be a Saints fan or be a Jaguars fan just because I feel like those would be the two closest. But if my fucking college team's that goddamn good, then I don't need it. Like, even with Iowa, I would definitely, you know, they're not the best, but they just know how to fucking produce a lot of good tight ends. And, you know, some of these schools with college football, it's just more of like, they don't have to be fucking 12 and 13 and 0. It's just more about like producing NFL prospects. And, you know, now with the NIL, it's just more of like, how much money do you have to throw at these kids to get you to come to the school? So, but no, with football was great for me. I did learn a lot of discipline. What I got more out of it was team. Like, you have to do something bigger than yourself in life.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the camaraderie of being on a team makes it better in life. Because at the end of the day, like, I've always been a team guy, always been not putting others before myself, but it's just more of, I could be a team guy all day. Like, I'd rather be a team guy all day because you can't do anything in life by yourself. You know what I mean? Are we good?
Yeah, I was just checking the power supply. Do we have a power supply? Oh, yeah, we have a power supply.
Okay, good. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. The team aspect of like lacrosse is kind of what's helping me because you're doing something other than yourself. I remember like when I would like stand on the sidelines, I'd be waiting to be put in, and I had to remember that you gotta be patient because like some of the other guys know what they're doing more than I do, so it's better to have them in.
Right, and he forgot to tell you guys that this was his first year. He never really played lacrosse, so him just going in full willy, and it's a club. You know what I mean? I was kind of shitting.
Yes, it's kind of we're kind of not very good, but
hey, no, you don't. But that's the thing, you're learning. So at the end of the day, that's where like I like the fact that you're doing it now rather than like just being regretful about like, oh, I never fucking played it. And then like you're just in a rec league playing fucking lacrosse at 45. That's like,
I wanted to play like 2 years ago, but I missed the deadline to sign up because it was very like disorganized. And last year I couldn't play because I wasn't a student at Worcester State at the time, and now I'm doing it. I'm doing it now. Hopefully I can play next season or maybe even in the fall. But if I can only play like this season, that's okay.
Yeah, because you graduate, right?
Yeah, I graduated in December.
Do you have like how is it since it's a club? What's the eligibility like thing then? Because don't you have like 4 years of eligibility?
I'll have to check with that
because normally you would have
one guy who's like a firefighter now. He comes in to play with us, even though I think he graduated.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So since it's a club, I would just feel like it'd be more like willy-nilly than anything. So
yeah,
I think you'd be fine. You should be fine then. But
yeah, it should be fine.
But no, sports are great because it actually teaches, like I said, it's just more about like camaraderie and actually learning. You know what I mean? And I think it's more important for guys. As I do think, like just big picture wise, a lot of guys that make the leagues are single parent kids. So it gives them more structure, having good coaches around them, and actually having like a father figure or having, you know what I mean? Like just big picture wise, like you just have to have that level of camaraderie and just having someone that actually believes in you more than themselves.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's where sports are great. That's why like I would love to coach. Like I don't expect people to fucking listen to me. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be a basketball coach and I'm fucking 5'8" and fucking 210, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But I just expect to because with sports now, like I'm just getting sick and tired of the entitlement. There's a lot of entitled little fuckers running the fucking earth right now and roaming the earth.
Participation trophy fuckers.
It's not even that. It's just more of like, dude, like you just been told you've been great your whole life, and the one motherfucker that tries to like tell you like you can do this better, like, and you just don't want to listen. I think people just like the kids now. I'm not shitting on them. Like they're great fucking athletes. Like I think this is the best time for athletes. Like I don't think there's been better time for athletes, genuine. But to shit on. Like how I equate it, like to shit on a guy like Rick Barry, or shit on a guy like I'm a big historian of sports too. So to shit on guys like to tell me Ricky Henderson couldn't fucking cut it in the league now, I don't think a lot of people are saying that. But like it's just more of like you gotta respect the old to get in with the new. Like that's just how I feel. So guys like Ricky Henderson in baseball, like I would say like. football, like any of the guys that play defense and play legit defense would fucking get killed and they get fined like a fucking $1 million now. Just because that's where the game is at. They just want high scoring offensive games. They don't really want, all this other stuff. They don't really want good defensive players. Like, and I understand the concussions. I understand all this stuff, but there's just proper ways of going around it. It's just, can't even hit the fucking quarterback. So it's just, why do you think quarterbacks prosper now rather than it's tough. It really is. And then with basketball, these guys are so fucking big, strong, and athletic, but then they can't even like focus on doing the most simplest task. You know what I mean? They're so worried about like doing all this other shit. But I think that's where sports are now. It's just more of like, it's a great camaraderie. It's this and that, but like, to just be honest, dude, it created more entitlement to guys that, really didn't have much going. So.
You ever seen in movies how like the quarterback is just like an asshole to everybody?
No,
it's not really how it is in real life.
I don't feel it is. Sometimes you have your assholes. Don't get me wrong, but it's just more of like, it's just that prototypical way of like actually like thinking the big guy on campus, and you know what I mean. Like I love Blue Mountain State for that shit because that's a funny show. You got to definitely get into that. That shit was hilarious.
I haven't watched it.
No, it's funny, But it's like just going back to the camaraderie and stuff. That's where like sports has made a difference in both our lives. Just because it's just the camaraderie. Like, dude, it's just being part of something that's bigger than yourself. You have to. When you suck, that's what builds you. You know what I mean? And I think that's where, you know what I mean? You're only going to be learning. And I feel like that's where, like, if you just been a winner your whole life, like, look at guys like Trevor Lawrence. Look at guys like, like Trevor Lawrence is a quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, number 16. Winner, whole life. Goes to shit team. Now they fucking question, like, if he's an actual good quarterback. And it's like, dude, like, the guy's is great. He's a good player. You ball the fuck out, but it's just, you go to pros ain't easy, man. Like, that's why it's professional football, or it's professional basketball, or professional baseball. Like, I think that's where a lot of these guys that are in the league now, that's why the coddling of these athletes piss me off. Because that's where it's like, like once you become a professional, it's like, dude, you're making fucking hella money. You're making way too much money to where, like, dude, like, we could be paying doctors, we should be paying our military guys this.
Yeah.
The amount of fucking budget we put into our military, and the fucking fact that a lot of these guys barely make fucking what they make, outrageous. You know what I mean? There's no price on a life. And especially a veteran who fucking passes and perishes. You know what I mean? Like, you can't put money on that. But at the end of the day, like, dude, like, what the fuck? I think that's where we have to have these conversations. Because, dude, these guys are making fucking crazy money. And it's just because of the product. It's not because that it's better or this or that. It's just the times we're in. Like, dude, it's a fucking capitalist society. So, but what are we going to do? Can't control it. So. And even if we stop watching, it's not going to stop anything.
Not going to sign. I know. It's like, oh, you're going to stop watching the NFL because Colin Kaepernick doesn't want to stand during the national anthem. Okay.
Yeah, that was the whole fucking situation.
Yeah, that was the whole fucking situation. And like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, okay, good for him. Whatever. That's his business.
Yes. And then they made it about the flag, and then they made it this, and it's like, dude, like, he was on the decline, so I don't think he was. Like, if he did it in, like, 2012 when they're in the Super Bowl, it'd be different. But it's when he's on the decline and he's not playing as well. And, you have to just, shit happens. But, I don't know. But, what else did you want to expand on?
So wrestling is the only martial arts you did?
Technically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I never really did other like martial arts. I would love to get into it, but I would do it more for like to get in shape rather than like learn, to be real. So
yeah, we have wrestling at the IMA gym. Gym I go to on Monday nights.
Nice.
So that's fun. All right, y'all. I think we kind of reached the extent of this, unless you
No,
University extent.
Yeah, no, definitely.
All right, so when we come back, we're going to talk about the most hated movie characters.
Man.
We have returned. Now we're going to talk about the most hated movie characters.
Are they all villains, or are they just more of like just characters in general?
Just characters in general, but most of them are villains. All right, this is from a Screen Rant. I tried to open IMDb, but it's like not bringing me to anywhere. But when I typed in most hated movie characters into the chat box, it said some of the most hated movie characters include Dolores Umbridge from the Harry Potter series, Jay Curran from Forrest Gump, and Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars.
Jar Jar Binks being hated's wild.
Yeah, these characters often evoke strong negative reactions to their actions or personalities, making them memorable for audiences. Memorable in the wrong way, unfortunately. Hold on, I gotta turn the heat on.
No, it's fun.
Cool. I'm still in my PJs, guys, so,
He's a PJ lover.
yeah, I'm a PJ lover.
Yeah.
In fact, I got out of bed like 5 minutes before he came to
Yeah, you did. You fuck.
the door.
Sick
But
fuck.
you sick fuck.
Nah.
All right, so number 15 on Screen Rant, we got Paris from Troy.
That's Troy.
Apparently Orlando Bloom's selfish and cowardly points. Remember Troy? No, Troy.
Oh, Troy. Fuck.
Troy Bolton from High School Musical. That's what Troy is.
Oh, I was like, dude, how the fuck is that hated? That's wild.
Yeah. It says, based on Homer's writing of the Trojan War, Troy is a war epic with Brad Pitt leading
yes,
as the fearsome and complex warrior Achilles. While he is meant to be something of an anti-hero who the audience cheers for despite his questionable behavior, one character who is a lot harder to cheer for is one of the movie's intended heroes, Paris.
Paris, okay. It's been a while. Like, I don't even think I ever seen that one.
Yeah, apparently when Paris is given the opportunity to take responsibility for his mistakes, he decides to save himself. And Paris's actions lead to the death of his entire family, the destruction of Troy, and the deaths of countless people. I don't know if that was I can't remember if that's what it was like in the actual myth.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's been so long with all that fucking mythology shit. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm so sick of that mythology shit. I remember back in like middle school.
Don't get me wrong, because I do think the fall of civilization is correlated to all that shit. So I think everything falls. So, like, you got to think every civilization falls every 250 years. So, like, we're close. So
yeah, we're probably close.
Very close.
Yeah. But it is what it is. You got to embrace the end. It's the next best thing to see.
And I'm not saying like the end in the sense of like we're just all gonna be gone. It's just more of like, I think the end is the fact that I think either China, Russia, or another power. Like, if the U.S. dollar doesn't become, the U.S. dollar still holds so much world value, but if we lose that, we're fucked. And I think that's where like we have to have that conversation. But so many other countries, you know.
Oh yeah.
So.
All right. Next one is Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life. Basically, he was like this. You ever seen It's a Wonderful Life?
It's been a while.
Basically, he's like this greedy, like
greedy
banker.
Greedy banker.
Yeah, and one element that many of the fans of this holiday classic would have loved to see was some comeuppance for the movie's villain. Because yeah, he's right. He doesn't get punished for his actions.
What did he end up doing?
He stole money from George.
Oh, okay.
And that's how he's been basically fucking over George and like all his life, because George has wanted to travel the world and leave a small town. But life kind of made it hard for him, and Mr. Potter was one of the things that was making life hard for him. And George points out, hates everyone he hates everyone who's happier than he is, basically. You think he's gonna like realize the true meaning of Christmas, like Scrooge or something, but not. He steals like George's money because like George's uncle like leaves it in an envelope, and one of Potter's like men sees it. He's like, "Hey, look, let's steal the money." And that's what made George want to kill himself. And
did he end up doing it?
What, killing himself?
Yeah.
No,
No.
an angel, Clarence comes to save him.
Oh.
He's like on the bridge. He's like, I want to live again. Clarence, I want to live again. Because he like wishes Clarence tries to show him what life would be like if he wasn't born. And
dude, I fucking haven't seen that movie in so long because it's a Christmas movie, right?
yeah, Christmas movie.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, and that I'm not gonna spoil it because you'll cry at the end.
Yeah, no, I know it's this fucking sad movie. But
All right, number 13 is Denethor from Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. I've seen the first Lord of the Rings. I haven't seen the second or third.
to it just because it was so fucking long. Like I think I watched maybe like one or two of them.
I think the first one I watched, but
I'm just gonna read out like the bold ones. 'Cause
because they're like, we could definitely get into like characters we think are villains.
Oh, yeah,
like
for
just because
The Lord of the Rings trilogy built up over the course of the movie of its movies to the final confrontation with Sauron and the forces of evil. However, with the fate of the entire world on the line, Denethor's moody, selfish, petty, and withdrawn natures is too much to forgive. What is he like? Is he like? He's probably like spineless. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but yeah, a lot of people are just like selfish when they don't need to be. So something I noticed with our movie characters, do you when you're watching Harry Potter, do you hate Voldemort with a passion?
yeah,
No, you don't.
no, this is a movie character. That's
You know,
mostly
but you know who you do hate it with a passion? Umbridge.
yeah.
Guys like Snape, guys like Malfoy. You know why? Because we know guys like Snape and Malfoy and Umbridge.
Right.
Because okay, you've seen Harry Potter, right?
Yeah. Okay, say
Did
like
you
the
have
first three.
teachers like Umbridge?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So did I. Like that's why I had this one like comp sci teacher that was exactly like Umbridge back in the 9th grade, and I knew guys like Snape, I knew guys like Malfoy.
Right.
There's certain big-lipped person that we used to work with who was exactly like Snape. You know who you are. You prick. I'm not allowed to say some of the names I want to call you in my head on YouTube, so I'm just going to call you a fish-lipped jackass.
Oh my god.
And you know who you are.
You fuck.
Prick. But
It's wild.
yeah, that's the only guy from high school that I genuinely like have a problem with. And I really have like a big problem with him. I just don't like him.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Like
Some
he is,
people,
like-
it's just not meant to be,
Oh yeah,
Can't like
some people.
everybody.
But yeah,
What's let's just go through names and then like if we really like, because we're at 13, but let's go like rapid fire, see if we like really find movies that we know, and
All right.
then like we
you ever
can
seen
get
The Mist?
The Mist.
Yeah.
Dude, it's been so long since I watched
Well,
movies.
this comedy is a sadistic fearmonger, and she's like in the convenience store because they're all hiding in the grocery store from like monsters, and she's trying to rally people on her side, being like, "This is God's will," and she's like
shit.
sacrificing people.
Oh god.
Oh man, yeah, she's like the bigger monster than them. Yeon Suk trained to Busan. A self-serving and cowardly businessman. You probably haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Train Busan is a thrilling South Korean zombie movie in which passengers on a train must fight for survival when a zombie
South Korea.
occurs.
Nope.
Yeon Suk's cowardice turns dangerous, and he looks out for his own safety at the expense of others. Marla Grayson, I Care a Lot. Care worker who steals from the elderly. Marla presents herself as she's doing nothing wrong. Okay, she's stealing like from stealing from that's like the evil shit. Apparently she's the main character according to the poster. Archibald Cunningham Rob Roy. No?
Nope.
No. Sadistic 16th century aristocrat.
Nope.
Villainous aristocrat, is love to hate villain, I don't know.
You're giving us
Man, that's weird.
shit, huh?
Apparently, yeah, I know. All these characters I don't know, but Commodus from Gladiator.
Ooh, okay.
You seen Gladiator?
Been a while, but first the original one with Russell Crowe, right?
Yeah, man.
That's a
Joaquin
badass movie.
Phoenix. He's the son of
yeah.
he's that weirdo.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
the
God.
one where he rides in on the carriage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fucking.
Yeah, he's fucking
Joaquin
weird.
Phoenix is a badass motherfucking actor.
He's arrogant, spoiled, and egotistical, thinking he's entitled to the crew actually participates.
Same guy that played Johnny Cash in The Joker. It's fucking crazy.
The Joker. Yeah, he's a great actor.
He is.
Yeah, he betrayed the man most loyal to his father, then killed his father, and ordered the death, and a gladiatorial ring makes it a joy when he finally gets what's coming to him in the film because Russell Crowe, Commodus, he like fights.
Yeah.
No, sorry, not Commodus. Maximus like fights him in the Coliseum. It's awesome.
Yes.
Just like revenge.
It's a badass scene. There.
Yeah, badass.
Russell Crowe is a fucking badass.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, and
all his movies from like 97 to like 03 were fucking amazing.
Oliver Wood, I think his name was awesome, and he's the gladiator trainer. Oh yeah, that's so cool, dude. And also Percy Wetmore from the Green Mile.
Oh yes, I love the Green Mile.
I love the Green Mile too. And this guy is
which one's Percy? He's the one that like didn't do the sponge.
Yeah.
Oh, what a dick! I want
to kill him, dude.
Yeah, that's such a good fucking movie.
He kills his like. First of all, like, oh my god, that's the same thing going with him, because like the average person doesn't know like guys like Sam Rockwell in the movie, the guy that like killed the little girl, but like you know guys like Percy in the movie.
Fucking What was the name of the character that Sam Rockwell played? Because that's a fucking movie and a half. It's a great movie.
Wild Bill, I think. Hold on.
Let's talk about those. We could break down the Green Mile because that's a fucking beautiful movie.
It's an amazing movie.
It's top 5 for me.
Let's see. Sam Rockwell is Wild Bill Wharton.
Yep, I was gonna say Michael Clark Duncan.
Bill Wharton.
You got Michael Clark Duncan as the other jail person. That was a great cast too.
Yeah, and that's that. If you can't cry when watching that movie, you can't cry watching any movie.
Yeah, no, my God, it was almost 3 hours, right?
Yeah, it's like 3 hours. It's Stephen King.
Yeah, Stephen King movie. Oh my God.
Yeah,
is that his best movie?
I don't know what his best movie is, but
up all the Stephen King movies.
I know that Shawshank is one of his best ones.
You got Shawshank, you got Green Mile, you got It. You know.
Yeah.
And then I know they've done a lot of adaptations of all his books, but then they can't name it off his book.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you ever seen Misery?
Which one is that?
This one, James Caan is an author. He gets in a car accident, and the person who saves him is like this deranged fan.
No,
you never seen it? Oh my God, it's terrifying.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was like a stan of him, and he takes care of him. She's like, I saved your life, therefore you need to bring back my favorite character in your novel. It's like Kathy Bates plays her.
Oh shit, Kathy Bates is a great actress.
Yeah, she's a great actress. Also did the Shawshank Redemption. That's a beautiful movie.
Great movie.
Actually, the warden from the Shawshank Redemption, don't mean to spoil it, guys, but he's on the list too.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah,
played by who?
Played by, I forget his fucking name. Bob Gunton.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah. Stephen King movies are great, but yeah, in the movie that Percy guy, he like.
Is a douche.
He like kills this dude's pet mouse, but John Coffey brings the mouse back to life.
Yes. And that was a great scene. Oh my God. Any other shit that John Coffey did that like he was bringing back shit. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Beautiful movie. And like when he dies, he's just like crying at the end.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, that shit was.
Oh yeah. That's heartbreaking, dude.
Yeah. No, this is a great fucking movie.
Dolores Umbridge from Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix. Because that's like if Forrest Gump got executed, man.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
John Coffey's like the Black Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that shit was crazy.
But yeah, and like Dolores Umbridge, man, I read the book. Yeah, she is just like awful, dude. She's like
movies. This one,
Order of the Phoenix.
Oh, Harry Potter.
And, she is an apt representation of the worst of political power, and she has a sadistic streak to her that worked in conjunction with the lack of moral center. Like, because all of these teachers, they're there to serve the interests of the administration
rather than the kids.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, like
and then
plan for the.
That's how you get all the early pensions. You get all the thing with a lot of like unions nowadays is like it's just I respect unions for like blue collar, but like the white collar unions fucking ruin everything. Me personally, like, because you don't have to. Why isn't that you call it white collar crime, but anybody else that fucking doesn't wear a white collar, it's just regular crime.
Yeah, regular, exactly.
You know what I mean? So like, there's no such thing as blue collar crime because it's just a fucking hardworking dude that just might fucking.
Why is it reverse racism instead of racism?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. And like, you turn on the news, you see like whenever kids get in trouble, if they happen to be black, they put black.
Yeah, it's fucking
like
brutal.
like 4 black teens.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Weed or shit like that.
Then they get fucking more time than the kid that fucking raped the fucking Turner type shit. It's like, dude.
Turner, dude. Yeah, and
yeah.
Luckily, I don't know anyone like that. Luckily, but they're probably the type of motherfuckers like Percy Wetmore, like previously established.
Yeah,
and Umbridge was probably like that when she was younger. But yeah, ruled by arrogance and ignorance. Like I remember when I was reading the book, all they would. Like Hermione would like raise a hand to like give insight, and she said, "Miss Granger, we are not talking right now." Shit like that. Like that's how you know you have a bad teacher when they're not when they don't respect the students' intelligence. But yeah, next one is Warden Norton from the Shawshank Redemption, egomaniacal prison boss. Norton is ruthless and corrupt, and when he is presented with proof of Andy Dufresne's innocence, he covers it up and has an inmate murdered to keep Andy behind bars.
Wow.
Yeah, and I feel like that's
been a long time since I've seen that movie, but that's the one with Morgan Freeman, right?
Yep.
And who plays the other guy? Morgan Freeman.
Tim Robbins. I think his name is. Hold on.
I don't have to look that one because that's a great movie.
Tim Robbins. Yeah.
Tim Robbins. Okay.
Oh yeah, so it didn't do well at the time. When it came out because
93, right?
94. At the time, people, the American public,
came out.
Yes, sir. The American public was like kind of sick of criminals at the time, so they just kind of didn't care about like we were about these scumbags.
That's a great fucking movie, though, man.
Yeah, it is.
And it's who directed that? Spielberg.
It was directed by
it's not Spielberg.
Frank Darabont.
Frank Darabont. Okay. All right. Fuck. Because sometimes I always fucking mix up some shit. Spielberg has a lot of great movies. Scorsese's the shit.
Yeah, and next one we got a bad one. Nurse Ratched, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yes, I fucking love that.
Yeah,
that's a good movie.
Nightmare-inducing nurse.
It's the one with Nicholson and DeVito. That's a good fucking movie.
And Nurse Ratched is the central antagonist and one of the She's basically manipulative, cold, and apathetic who has been corrupted by the power imbued by the secular action. She's like a passive-aggressive tyrant, and she punishes anyone who displeases her. She makes obedient patients undergo forced and unnecessary lobotomies. Dude, lobotomies, you're like crippled mentally, dude.
Yeah.
Because oh man.
That was a fucking great movie. Jack Nicholson, fucking great actor.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the big problem, like mental institutions. That's why, because a lot of
Do you think we got to bring them back?
mental institutions,
Yes, right.
if they're run by people like Nurse Ratched, no.
That's the thing, because I feel like we're just in a time that we need the help, but I think it's tough, man. I think people just oughta, because therapy's a fucking business too. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so many people that need help, but then at the end of the day, the people that help them don't really help them. It's just there because anything that just comes down to when you're making a profit or you're making money, you're gonna just fuck it all up in the end.
Yeah, and for sure. I think now we know how to cure them, so there's no
Not even cure them. It's just more of I do think people I'd rather not. Me personally, what it comes down to is if we have a fucking schizophrenic homeless dude, I'd rather send him to a mental institution than a fucking jail cell.
Yeah.
Or and then if he does something stupid, then he learns fucking better traits of being a better criminal. So that's where the correlation of that just is where we have to get to.
Yeah, and even in 1975 when that movie came out, they didn't know how to cure them.
Oh yeah, no, 70.
Yeah, they know how to treat him.
Yeah.
So, like, in the mental institutions, like, you were there, you were not getting out until, like,
Fuck no. You weren't
your
even
family members
never
bailed
gonna
you
get
out.
dude. To be
So,
real.
but now it's not like that anymore. Like, I've had friends who spent time in, like, mental hospitals.
Yeah.
And now they're just not well mentally. So, like, and there's no, like, stigma behind that. And now that people realize that they're just sick, they're not insane.
Yeah, no, and I think that's where you have to like reach that healthy middle.
Yeah, I mean, like, you go to the doctor. Why do people go to the hospital? To get better.
right.
And you know, they're there to get better. So I feel like there's no, stigma behind it. But yeah, number 2 is Aliens, Burke, and Corporate Yes Man. Okay, he's a corporate yes man. Burke is above all a corporate stooge who supports his employers at the Wayland Utini Company without any regard for the danger he is putting others in. Okay. Even as he attempted to undermine Ripley and continue with the mission despite heavy casualties, he ultimately seemed harmless.
In the movie?
It wasn't until he stuck a facehugger in a locked room with Ripley and Newt that it became clear how dangerous Burke was when it came to making his corporate bosses happy. Oh, shit.
The first this is Aliens. Aliens, okay. All right.
Yeah, I need to watch them because I play like the game whenever we go to free play.
Oh, fuck yeah. No. That's a great... No, Alien versus Predator, all that shit, man. That's badass.
And the last one, okay, I think this is kind of bullshit. Biff Tannen from Back to the Future.
Number 1?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's the bully?
Well, he's hilarious.
He is fucking funny.
He's the fun.
Wait, so he's the number... So what list was this from?
This was from Screen Rant, and it was written in 2024.
Biff?
Apparently, it's like updated June 15th, 2024. Biff?
Dude, Biff 1 is wild.
Yeah, that Biff is fucking...
Plus, like, dude, he gets his compens. So it's like, that's where, like, I feel like in movies where if you have, like, a shit, like, person and they get their they finally get, like, treated like shit like they've been, like, I don't think it's, like, a bad thing. Like, I think it's the people that, like, you have you got protagonist and antagonist.
Yeah.
Which one's bad? I hate to ask.
Protagonist is the good one.
Okay, so the antagonist is the one bad one. Okay, so if he was the antagonist the whole time and he got his compens, that's where, like, I don't think it's bad. Like, that's good because, like, Marty McFly ended up fucking doing some shit. So that's wild. Number 1 is crazy because there's so many other more fucking wild people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and and if he got, how can I hate him if he gets hated? Like, he gets like.
I don't think people hate Biff. It's just more like he has such a strong, like, it's more of like a strong character that's hated. But, like, in the sense, like, we're saying, like, I don't think it's like, oh, if you walk around and be like, who's the most hated character? I don't think people are going to beat Biff.
Yeah, no.
Like, they're going to say, like, fucking Lex Luthor. Like, when it comes down to it, I think a lot of, like, the most hated shit is, like, Joker. I hate this guy. It's, like, correlation to, like, wrestling. Like, it's either going to be, like, a sports figure you hate. It's going to be like a wrestler you hate, or it's going to be like, well, and with movies, you know what I mean? Like, if it's a biography, it's going to be the villain, you know what I mean? There's villains are there to hate, you know? People will be like, I fucking hated Darth Vader, or I hated this, I hated that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, if you watch something like The Sopranos, the hate is kind of subjective, because, like,
right.
You either love Ralph or you hate him, because, like, so,
Paulie, you know what I mean?
Paulie,
like,
yeah,
fucking
yes,
Chris, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you want to kill half these guys sometimes.
Right.
And especially the kids. Oh my god,
kids are brutal. Yeah,
the kids are very
crazy.
Bratty. I mean, it's not their fault. I've been bratty fun with them too. But like, but like, so Joe Pantoliano, he's a guy who plays Ralphie.
Yeah.
He says, I don't think it's that the audience hates him. It's that they hate to love him.
Right.
Because, like, me and my dad, we actually discussed this one time. All those guys are just as bad as Ralphie.
Yeah.
Ralphie's just obnoxious,
right.
But these guys are just as bad at him. They're just not as loud.
Right.
And and they're kind of, a lot of these guys are designed to be hateable. Like Janice is designed to be hateable. You know Janice. Janice is Tony's sister, and she's like,
Oh
this
yeah,
fake
bitch. Yeah.
Basically, she's very fake,
and you can tell, and it's
just
like
very irresponsible, very like, trying to mooch off of people. Like one time, so after their mother dies, the caretaker, who only has one leg, she has a prosthetic leg. She got these like old records from her mother, from their mother as a gift, because she was taking care of the mother. But Janice, she wants his records because she just wants to sell them.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Like the caretaker said, her name is Svetlana. She just wants to listen to them, but Janice only wants to sell them. And you know what Janice does?
What?
Steals her prosthetic leg.
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up. So the girl can't even walk to listen to her records anymore?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, dude, that's
like,
fucked.
They're just records.
They're
Who
just
cares?
records, man.
And,
so you steal the girl's leg? Oh, dude.
And the thing with Janice is like, people like Janice, you don't know people like Ralphie.
Yeah, and then at the end of the day, like with Tony's a fucking lovable character, man.
Yeah, lovable character.
Well, he's a bad, and I think that's the good. Like those are the best characters. Like when it's a bad guy, but he's lovable. Mm-hmm. Like look at Tony Montana, Tony Soprano. You know what I mean? Like they're bad guys, they're bad people, but you fucking love them because like at the end of the day, like it's the actions of what they do, but then they're just actually acting on principle. You know what I mean? And I think that's where like those are the best characters, especially when it's like crime movies, like like crime boss movies, shit like that. Because like it correlates well. You know what I mean?
Did you what do you think that a character is more hated when the writers are trying to portray them as as not the villain, but they wound up acting more like the villain than the actual villains?
Sometimes, yeah. No, like it depends on like what the story is. Depends on like if it's like a thriller or comedy. You know what I mean? Like there's other ways of I think that's where like with being a big wrestling fan and all this other stuff, like it's just like when you turn heel or your face or like all this other stuff, like it's just dependent on the person playing it. So like look at like my God, man, I was getting into like a lot of dark matter with Heath Ledger recently. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like looking up his shit. I'm like, dude, he wasn't really in much, but what he did was amazing because he just actually put himself into all these characters that he was doing. I'm just like, holy shit. Like, and I feel like that's where a lot of actors now don't really like have that as much because it's like, I think like they're just getting roles and they're just doing it. And then like, how am I going to get this paycheck and how am I going to do this? You know what I mean? I'm not thinking like, I don't think the film industry is dead. It's just more of like, everybody just goes to like make as much fucking profit or much, you know what I mean? Like, we got to go see the Minecraft movie. I'm fucking down.
Yeah,
I like Momoa and Jack Black. Like, and at the end of the day, like, just genuine good actors and just good people just make my list. So, if you're a shit person, I don't really want to watch your movie.
Yeah. And sure, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, the reason why there's no, like, comedy movies anymore is because they're not profitable because of streaming.
Yeah, no, with streaming, I think, like, and there's just too much other good stuff right now on, like you said, with streaming and all these other things. There's good comedy shows right now. It's just more of, like, it's not going to be on CBS or Fox or any of the other stuff. Like, like I know Tim Allen and Kate Denning have a show right now, and Sean William Scott. It's pretty funny, but, like, how long do you think that's going to last? You know what I mean? Like, a lot of shows right now only get, like, 2 to 5 seasons, then it's canned, so, but they can't judge it by the old things now, you know what I mean? There's other aspects of how you have your TV ratings. That's why, like, when people shit on, like, the wrestling, it's like, oh, you're never going to have 10 million people watching, and it's like, no, like, dude, there's YouTube, there's streaming, there's all this other things, like, nobody has to, they could watch it later the next day and stream it rather than watch it live now. You know what I mean? So, like, that's where, like, the numbers are not inflated or undervalued. It's just more like there's different options now. Mm-hmm. Like, back in the 90s and even the early 2000s, you didn't have all this streaming. So, like, it just correlates. You had to actually buy the album. You actually had to watch the fucking time. You had to make time out of your day to actually watch the thing you wanted to watch at 7:30 at night. You know what I mean? So, but now it's just like, fuck it. No. Which is good, though. You actually get to build your life around what you actually want to do, right?
Yeah, good point.
So,
so I kind of noticed on the list there was one person that was not mentioned. You know who that was? Jenny.
Fucking bitch.
Fucking
yeah.
hate Jenny too.
Fucking Jenny. It was another. There's a lot of.
It's like, okay, so a lot of people want to make the argument that Jenny had a hard life, man. She was just a tortured soul. Okay, Forrest had a hard life too. His best friend got killed in Nam. He didn't grow up with the father. In fact, he got picked on a lot.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think
Jenny was there to fucking see it, and she still acted like a cunt.
Yeah, I know, and she still dragged him down with him. I was like, okay, why did she have to drag him down with her? I think if they had gone their separate ways at DC, that would have been and Forrest had got a new girlfriend. That would have been perfect. But no, they got back together. They had like
AIDS baby,
an AIDS baby. You know, like so. Forrest Gump's based on the book. In the book, they actually break up, but she comes back like years later and tells him that she has a son with him. But but in the book, he chooses not to be in the son's life.
Oh shit!
Because he already has another son.
Oh shit!
And apparently the book is very Mark Twain.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's like written in the style of like Huck Finn or something like that.
Oh crap!
Yeah,
I gotta read the book now because the fucking movie's amazing. But
yeah, and another thing that's hated is Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars. Dude, listen. So basically, Jar Jar Binks, he was this guy who was a Gungan. And he was sort of like a Jamaican stereotype. You know, he wasn't funny. He was like a very prominent character in the first movie, but in the
I was gonna say
in Phantom Menace, but in Attack of Clones and Revenge, it says he's barely mentioned. There was even like talks about him becoming a Sith Lord because of how hated he was. Right. Would have made sense, but I think they scrapped that idea. But basically, the guy who played him, Ahmed Best, he was actually getting death threats from the Star Wars community.
Oh fuck.
And
that's why they gotta can that motherfucker. Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Like Star Wars fans are nuts, and
yeah, they are. Fucking virgins too.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason why I'm still a virgin is because I have a New Hope poster in my room. I gotta get a Revenge of the Sith poster, but dude, I will take this to my grave. The prequels are masterpieces, even Jar Jar Binks compared to like the sequels. Yeah. Because you know why? The prequels had heart. They had imagination.
Yeah.
They actually had a coherent narrative. Yeah. Meanwhile, these new ones where they're emasculating Luke Skywalker, portraying toxic leaders. I even forget her name. Basically, in The Last Jedi, there was this like leader of the Resistance who was fleeing, and she was doing more harm than good because she was a toxic leader. But basically. You gotta, it's like at least like dude, fuck the new ones. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. But you know a character that I think doesn't get enough hate, Nucky from Boardwalk Empire. Because if you watch the show, think about it. He fucked over everyone in his life, even his wife and new kids, just to get to the top. And the one chance he definitely has to redeem himself. He just doesn't. Basically, you know how he became sheriff of Atlantic City, right? No. The political boss that he was being trained under was a child molester, and he gave one of his friends to the guy for him to molest.
Oh fuck!
And that's how Jimmy was born.
What's the name of the show?
Boardwalk Empire.
What's it on? Is this
HBO?
Oh shit!
Watch it on Max. It's a great show. But basically, that's how Jimmy was born, and Nucky became the surrogate father to Jimmy because the actual the guy's name was the Commodore, the actual political boss. Wow, that was the child molester. Barely paid attention to him.
Fucking Lord, that's crazy.
And Nucky has to kill Jimmy, for gangster related reasons, and Jillian eventually goes to a mental hospital, and for some reason I don't know why, Nucky just refuses to get her out of the mental hospital.
Oh shit!
Like he just refuses.
I won't be.
And that's like the one chance he had to truly redeem himself, and he just doesn't fucking do it. Yeah. He just said fuck it. It's like, dude, like, you killed his son, you got her molested, and if you think about it, he kind of enabled the Commodore because, like, you think guys like Harvey Weinstein have enablers?
Probably.
Like, of course they have fucking enablers. Like, people are looking the other way from doing it. No, like,
there's a lot of reasons.
Quentin Tarantino, he was on Joe Rogan. He said that he was actually very close with Harvey Weinstein, and he heard that he was making, like, unwanted advances, stuff like that. But
Stein or Steen?
Weinstein, I don't know.
Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a shit? He's a scumbag. I don't think I'm pronouncing his name wrong.
Yeah.
And he said he regrets not doing anything to step in. Because like I would regret it too, because people like that, they have enablers, man.
Yeah.
And
that's a sad thing.
Yeah, that's a sad thing, and that's the worst part. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Guys like that, fuck people over left and right for no reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, sad. I think we're anything you want to add?
Nah, I think it's just anything that could correlate into real life and your actual personal feelings towards something or to someone is what makes like a good antagonist in a movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, y'all, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about underground rap songs that I like.
Alrighty. Good shit.
All right. We are back. So, basically, as I delve into, underground rap, one of the good things about the internet is that stuff from, like, that you would never have found, like, 20 years ago was on it.
Right.
And, This probably would have been like lost in a cassette tape in his basement now, but in Arizona in like 2000s, there were these guys who were called the Mysterious Independent Creatures, and they made songs
MIC
like this. MIC, sure. Basically, he talks about like the New World Order. Basically,
oh shit,
it's awesome. How
he talked about Kevin Nash and I'm fucking
Nash, yeah. I mean, they sound like juggalos. Yeah. So.
Privacy or what is left of it. Down increasing wall amount, increasing world policing budgets, united gathering information for our organization, assignment of numerics to our categorization, the power of general public is...
Not bad, man, not bad.
Not bad. These white guys?
They sound white.
Oh, they do sound white.
Yeah, they would.
Okay.
Suspicion the rising, realizing we must be watched.
He's basically preaching in the form of rapping. It's like New World Order type stuff. Like the eyes are watching us, conspiracy stuff, like, credit scores and all that.
All that bullshit.
Yeah, it's what I kind of like about him is it's basically rhyming while preaching.
True. Yeah, no, that's why, a lot of that stuff comes down to. That's what I really want to hear. I don't really need to hear about bitches in a club anymore.
Yeah, I know. That's why
it's just too much.
How can you hear listen to bitches in the club when you're listening to a Mortal Technique rap? How can this be the land of the free, home of the brave, indigenous Holocaust, and the home of the slaves, corporate America, dancing offbeat to the rhythm? You really think this country never sponsored terrorism?
Yeah,
that's the real shit. Yeah. That's the shit I like to hear, not like Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Stuff like that. And I don't mean to sound like a song.
Fucking hell. I love it.
I remember in high school, everyone out there loved him or hated him, or maybe a little bit of both. But oh my god, he was so fucking bad.
Yeah, hey man, fuck. That's the generation we're in, though.
Yeah, that's the generation.
We had so many good fucking rappers when I was fucking 6 to like 10. Now it's just like, holy crap. There's so many fucking different artists. There's too many, to be real.
I kind of miss the Young Money era with
dude, Bedrock and fucking. I loved Every Girl. Every Girl was my fucking jam.
Yeah, Young Money.
In about 3 years, I'll have me Miley Cyrus. You're like, oh shit.
Young Money.
He's like, Kit Kat a midget. Oh, that asshole, I break it off.
Yeah, man, it's with like Lil Wayne, Young Money Entertainment. That
shit was amazing.
Yeah, that was the shit with like Drake and Minaj. I never fucked Wayne, never no fucked Drake. Hut one, hut two. Stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, that's way after, I would say.
Oh, that's after they broke up.
Dude, that's like 8 years. Yeah, that's not,
shit.
only came out in like 2016. This came out in like 08, 9. So,
But yeah,
you were fucking still in. No, I'm fucking with you. You still in pants.
still a baby. Yeah, still in diapers. But yeah, when it comes to like, I remember when listening to like Forever by Drake, Kanye, M, and Wayne. But so basically a lot of people. So basically, this guy Cage, I think I showed you him before.
Yeah,
on
you
the
should be
podcast.
Cage. Yeah, no, Cage is good.
I'll probably play some a little before you, but I think what the guy that Eminem, if anything, bit these guys called the Outsiders. They were these guys in Newark, New Jersey. They were like a super group. Bizarre was part of them. Lauryn Hill was part of them.
Oh shit.
Pace One and Young Z were the main honchos behind them. But this is some outsider shit.
What year did this come out?
Like 1998, probably.
Oh shit. Oh, so this is before like she was with Wyclef and everything.
Yeah, but she's not on the song though. Hold on, let me
okay.
check if she was in it.
Yeah, because we don't want to be raw than that.
I do love this beat though, because they say crazy stuff, and Eminem Chris says crazy stuff.
Get your door clocked, I drag your ass for 4 blocks, soak your head in claw, watching your dress from my floor mop. Gay or straight, my people mate, I do a date raid. See carefully, I go great big on a blank tape. Love like spit nice, sticky for your thick eyes. Cut the hit twice, will you catch me using trick dice? Go to Parole for 2 and stolen wheels. Macaulay rolling pill.
Yeah, that's where you got the style from, if anything. Okay, yeah, it was released as a 12-inch single in '99.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why like M was still out. So yeah, like because M came out. Well, Infinite's '96, right?
Yeah. 96, Infinite's 96, yeah. This is M right now.
What, M?
Yes, sir.
No, what song?
This song. Mako-san.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think Lauryn Hill was in it, but was Prez Michael? It doesn't say any of the guys from I don't know. Okay. Yeah, okay, they're probably just affiliated with the Fugees, I'm probably. But Outsiders is pretty badass.
It sounded dope.
Oh yeah, and I heard some things that Pace One and Young Z were kind of mad at M for not taking them with them. But they were on like the 8 Mile soundtrack and all that. And I remember like you remember Amityville on the Marshall Mathers LP?
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, they were apparently supposed to be on that song.
Oh,
but Dr. Dre cut them out, and they were on this track that was cut out of the Slim Shady LP, "Take the World with Me," and
yeah, you're a fucking stan, dude. Damn.
yeah,
Holy
I'm
shit.
a stan. I've been a stan since
I love
7th
I
grade.
don't know half this shit.
I've been a fan since 5th grade. Been a stan since 7th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, because like when I was
You're
blonde,
half Asian, so you couldn't dye your shit blonde.
yeah, no, I tried to dye blonde like once. I tried to pour peroxide in my hair.
You fucking it'd be like just the two of us.
Just like walk out.
I don't know if it looked good, bro.
It would not have looked good. No. Yeah. And yeah, so that's like a big dude. If you want to go on a rabbit hole, look up M's like unknown songs.
Oh, his unknown
stuff he did without
amazing.
Drake. Oh yeah, it's amazing. And like, in fact, I'm gonna play some more. Neos Tribes, M. This is another thing I did. Basically, this is Indigenous Tribes Drastic Measures. What?
No. Wait.
To attack without knowing the enemy's strength is foolish. Being born to start is stupid. But that's stupid. Don't deserve to. Strange to know one does.
Yeah, I just realized that too. Like half of the songs I chose are Eminem affiliated.
So it's forward. Back the fuck up off me. Chase a call. When it's either there, he's captain. ICP is overrated and hated for the false identity created.
Oh shit. Okay. He's probably mad at that line. Well, that's it.
Yeah, but that's not the line they came up with.
No need.
Yeah, this
There's no need to stop the nosebleed. I need a cast. I killed some conceited bastard and beat his ass. Bad rats and a seat of ass. I freed his ass. I fucks it up before it happens. Play blow games, a band plays, a story captains. You'll stop monotonous like a boring job hit.
But yeah, it's like so something I noticed with like underground beats, they have kind of a minimalist thing because
because it's more about the skill rather than the actual beat, and I think that's
Oh yeah.
like with underground, I feel like the sound is kind of just like you said, simplistic, but like it's just more about actually getting your skill out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. And this is another song that was gonna be on the Slim Shady LP, but I guess Dr. Dre cut it out because they're like, "Who the fuck's ICP?" And they're like, and he's like, "Some local cats I beef with." He's like, "Fuck that, take it out."
Yo, this is my motherfucking
All the beat too. This is M. Yeah, it's M. Okay. What's the name of the song?
Till Hell Freezes Over. So it was on Basement Tape. Like they would like release it in cassette to like promote it, and I can't find the actual cassette where it has the song. It's on the unmastered sequence, but I can't find like the cassette that like has this track on it because there's like one version. So Jesus, I'm kissing with Hell Freezes. Let me see what. Let me try to find where he talks about acid rap, the Yisham shit.
I go to parties bumping nasty Nas's new song and smoke pot till I get high and stare at shit for too long. Like, it takes tainted.
This is it. This is the Ice Cube disc.
With my face painted, spaced out like sci-fi TV. Fuck ITP, buy my CD.
Yeah.
And yeah, so basically that's how that whole thing really, when it started to really take off, when it, and the ICP said they were like, hearing that, they were like, fuck that, who is this guy? And then he started dissing him radio interviews, he started going at him, and they came to the conclusion that the only reason that that he was so hell-bent on dissing them was because he was jealous of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy to
I don't
think
believe
about.
him.
Yeah, but that's what's crazy about thinking about that shit, because it's like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, and it's not like they could have been like unstoppable, because this is here's M's thing that M recorded as the Wicked shit. I don't know who he recorded it with, but Demons Inside is what this is called.
Okay.
Yo. Alright. Yo. I'm possessed by evil demons to torture me while I'm sleeping. I keep dreaming to death that I'm hearing people screaming. The devil's spirit trapped inside me and I want it out. I'm on a couch bleeding to death in a haunted house with both of my wrists split. I'm lifted up in the air.
Yeah, this is Isham shit, dude.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Hands wrapping around my neck, but I took from my own blood that I swallowed and drowned in that.
Some like grave digger shit, dude. That's awesome.
Blacking out from dizziness and head rushes. Dripping over OD bodies of dead lushes. Bloodstains pick the plush carpet like red slush. Doors open and close by themselves. Bolts fly off cells. Curtains catch fire, the house melts. My skin blisters. It sticks together like swimming entities. The wind blows and shatters windows like tin twisters. Quarter piece of shrapnel in the atom lab. Cups of holy water and I'm looking at them half full. But as soon as I go to touch them, they turn into red drum. They got sonic. You know these voices say. I heard them yell.
That was shit. Jesus Christ. So this is before fucking all the other... Damn.
Yeah, man. This
This is before My Darling. This is before all this shit.
But My Darling, yeah, that's
Oh,
like
that's a
like
deep
something out of
song, too.
Relapse, dude. Oh my god.
That shit was nice. Damn.
But yeah, if he's talking about demons, like remember the movie Paranormal Activity?
Yes.
All right, well, in the movie, I think that what separated it from other like ghost movies is that it wasn't a ghost that was haunting them; it was a demon that was haunting them. I think that's what made it scarier.
Yeah, because like you don't really get to see, but it's just more like because like when you do like that's why like I don't really fuck with horror movies unless it's like slashers, and it's kind of funny because it's like slasher movies are funny, man. They're, like I'm not like I don't really get the appeal of liking horror, just to be honest. Like, I hate saying that, just because it's a big genre. But it's like, dude, like, there's so much fucking evil shit out here already that it's like, I don't need to fucking be scared for fucking something that's, like, producidly fake, you know?
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. It's not like ghosts that scare me, it's people that scare me. If you're watching something like, say,
Like fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Messenger. That is terrifying because something like that could actually happen.
Yeah, like
As a matter of
Leatherface.
fact, it was based on like Ed Gein.
Yeah.
And sorry, I'm distracted by the
cool.
Outsiders Wikipedia page. If the Outsiders are like a good like a very underrated group, by the way, guys. But like if you're watching, if I'm watching something like The Exorcist, that I know, like for example, like I know this thing is not gonna hurt me. Okay, maybe it's a demon, and I know that demons are like real, but
No, definitely.
But like, come on, that's not fucking real. It's same thing with like Jason movies, Nightmare on Elm Street.
No,
like,
that's Freddy though.
Funny to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. The slashers are funny as fuck because it's like, dude, the way they set up kills be fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, like I remember I watched it, and then the one that they burned the couple alive while having sex is amazing though. That shit was hilarious. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
It's just what the hell. Right.
But yeah, the to me, like the best horror is not that is something that could happen. That's the scariest thing,
Right.
Not like
No.
I don't know, like the movie Hereditary, where it's like the King Payman is like coming to possess them, and but if you watch something like Midsummer, where they get absorbed into a cult,
Oh God.
that can actually happen.
Yeah. What's your take on like the Terrifier movies?
Terrifier, they're funny.
Yeah, it's just like more like they seem funny.
Yeah, they're pretty funny. Yeah, but yeah, and it's the same thing with like rap songs, like hardcore rap songs, like ICP. They made this they made this song called The Tower. It's basically this guy who's a veteran. He goes insane. He goes on the tower and he starts shooting people.
Oh, well,
that's scary because that actually does happen.
Yeah.
Like usually ICP is trying to be funny. This isn't trying to be funny.
Trying to be real.
Yeah, they're trying to be real. This is like real shit. Like when you're listening to like To Catch a Predator, and it's like Violent J is like luring predators to his house to like torture them to death.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's fucking awesome, dude. He's like, people out there think they don't deserve this. Until it's your kid and old man's finger fucking, titty sucking, that you want the knife stuck in. I don't blame him. That's why you catch him in advance. When his dick is still in his pants, they never get the chance. Stuff like that.
Shit. Damn.
Yeah, I'm dropping bars. And, dude. But when it comes to stuff that I am not used to seeing you with short hair. That's something I'm getting. I need to get used to. But dude, the scariest rap song ever is "Dance with the Devil" by Immortal Technique. You know why?
Why?
That shit actually does happen in real life.
Wow.
Basically, this kid, it basically No. He joins a gang. This is so fucked up. Listen to it on your own. I can't even talk to you about how fucked up it is.
Oh, is that no? Play it.
All right,
it's not the one.
It's 9 minutes long, so I don't think. Okay, I'll just tell you what happens. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Basically, him and his gang, they're feeling bad because they're assholes.
Yeah.
They see a woman walking home at night alone, so they they grab her, they pull her to the roof, and they gang rape without the G her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. And they pull the bag over his head. You know who it is? His mom.
Holy shit! Why the fuck am I laughing? That's fucking wild.
That is so evil. And like,
so wait, what?
Basically, that's supposed to be a.
So him and his friends kidnapped a woman. They didn't even see what the woman looked like.
Yeah.
So they just grabbed the woman like from behind, put a bag over her head.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Oh,
and he jumped off the roof, and I don't know I can't remember if the other guys recognized her as his mom, but they killed her.
Oh god!
Oh my god! And Immortal Technique. He says that never actually happened, because if that did happen, the entire neighborhood would be gunning for them, and they know it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But it's supposed to be like a metaphor for like disrespectful women in their community.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
Because and it's like. Because it's scary, because had it not been his mother, they probably would not have felt any remorse for it.
Jesus Christ.
But but I can play you some Immortal Technique now, unless you're so creeped out by him.
No, that sounds fucking amazing.
That is amazing. But
Fucking wild.
yeah, and as a matter of fact, like Immortal Technique, he went to college for like political science and history, and so that kind of shows his judgment on him. He's not like one of those like high school dropout dudes. But he's very well educated. He's well read. If you listen to him talk, you feel like your brain is growing by like a billion. And he wrote this song called Bin Laden, where it was released in 2005 as a single. And basically he's like promoting this like 9/11 truth shit, and I kind of agree with him on that, because there's so much fishy shit going on in 9/11, dude.
Hey, man, it's like these motherfuckers is just like professional liars, you know what I'm saying? Swag. Listen, Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was you, nigga. Tell the truth, nigga, or stock down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga, or stock down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga.
Yeah,
Didn't blow up the projects.
And his beats are like old school, which we appreciate it.
Tell the truth, nigga, or stock down the towers.
I pledge no allegiance, nigga, fuck the president's speeches. I'm baptized by America, covered in leeches. The dirty water that bleaches your soul and your facial features, drowning you with propaganda that they spit through the speakers. And if you speak about the evil that the government does, the Patriot Act to track you to the type of get blood. They try to frame you and say you was trying to sell drugs and throw a federal indictment on niggas to show you love. This shit is run by fake Christians, fake politicians. Look at their mansions and look at the conditions you live in.
There's been called a fake Christian.
Never.
Dude, I was very Catholic, well, so I never really
I don't consider myself to be Christian because I don't think Christianity is compatible with a lot of my native culture. But
What native the Vietnamese culture?
yeah, like Vietnamese folk religion,
Yeah.
Confucianism, Taoism, Buddhism, and like is all this rules we've got to follow. And it's not really about religion; it's about really like spiritual bond.
Right.
Because like if you think about it, all the Abrahamic guys, they worship the same God. They just do it differently.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, and Immortal Technique, he's kind of the guy that pointed that out. Like he pointed out that Jesus is the most quoted prophet in the Quran, and I read the Quran, so I can confirm it. And like he's very like very well read. He makes songs like like the Cause of Death. I think that's one of the best rap songs ever. And Dance with the Devil. Oh, dude, I can't fucking listen. Dance with the Devil just creeps me the fuck out, dude. Because like that shit can actually happen in real life. I'm sorry. Yeah, and like so in 2011 he dropped this album called The Martyr, and he dropped it online for free digital download because he's like fuck all the record execs.
Yeah,
and, yeah, he's like not, and he's like against regular. He has his own record company, and he's made like $400,000 off of his second album, Revolutionary Volume 2.
That's good.
I think Revolutionary Volume 2 is one of the best rap albums ever.
Oh, well.
Yeah, because like he's talking about like basically saying shit that needs to be talked about, and he's and like he keeps on saying he wants to release an album now, but I think he's more focused on his like community service shit, because he has this thing called Rebel Army Runs, and he goes to underprivileged communities. He gives them like clothes, he gives them food, he gives them books.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and like because like he kind of put me onto the fact that the best weapon that can destroy any government is a library card, dude. Yeah, man.
It's just knowledge in general, man. Like that's the thing. People are fucking bought and sold now, and you don't really get to have a fucking true opinion for yourself. You just have to like buy all that bullshit. So
yeah, and the one place where they can't enslave you is the mind.
Yeah.
So if you know all this shit, then you know that that it's not gonna, then you know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Like there's shit that's beyond my control, and And a lot of people think that I'm like fretting over stuff that I can't control. I'm not fretting over stuff I can't control. I'm just being aware of stuff that I can't control.
Right. And then how it fucks you over, and then it fucks everybody else, and then people argue, and then it's all bullshit.
Oh,
But
yeah.
At the end of the day, you're not seeing the bigger picture, and you're not doing this, and you're not doing that. So.
Yeah, but this guy sees the bigger picture. And here's a song, Eyes in the Sky.
Oh yeah, you saw me this thing.
I love the sample, dude.
Yeah, that's a good fucking sample. It's a good fucking song. Is he the one that sampled the Ace of Spades?
No, that's Necro.
Necro.
Necro's good too.
Yeah.
I choose to walk into Covenant, married in Ethiopia, go to the when I'm in Minneapolis, Somalian. When I go home, the world I used to know is Conan. I will live on my own, for which shall it profit a rapper with creative control to sign a deal with the devil and lose his soul. My stillborn first expression is cold, like the faces of slave masters on the paper full. Subliminal racial supremacy, choking me quick, like the bedtime stories.
Fuck, that's a good fucking sample. Holy shit.
But yeah, and like, he goes on DJ Vlad, that fucker. Oh,
Yeah, no, I don't like me. Yeah, but he gets to put his nose in fucking Doja Cat's puss, so it's
DJ Vlad.
yeah.
He fucked Doja Cat, man.
Yeah.
Oh, well, how? I'm probably
Be
more
Jewish.
charismatic
Be
than
Jewish,
he
I
is.
guess.
Oh, okay, they're both Jewish. That's probably why. I don't know. Like, but I don't know what Immortal Technique is like way too smart for that guy. And he was like on DJ Vlad. He was talking about the N-word, and basically, so Immortal Technique did go to prison for like a year for like fighting or something, and he had this cellmate that he was a white guy that had half his face blown off with a shotgun.
Oh fuck.
So.
What, a shotgun? Yeah, fuck that.
So he was talking to the white guy, and the white guy's like, "Man, they got me on some N-word work today."
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't have the confidence to actually say it on here.
No.
And Immortal Technique is he puts his arm on his shoulder. He's like, "Listen, so when your ancestors came over here,
Yeah.
they came over here as other indentured servants. If they weren't, they either had to be an overseer or a sharecropper.
Yeah.
And if they couldn't do that, they had to go live in the mountains and deal with the Indians.
Right.
So when you were a sharecropper or an overseer, you'd be working in the field all day, and you working like 14-hour days, and you would come home, take off your shirt, and you would have a red neck.
Yeah.
That's where that comes from.
Yeah.
Now, the white master, he doesn't have any red neck. He's on the porch drinking lemonade all day.
Yeah.
Just kind of hanging out. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something. He'd probably rather his daughters marry a big black rich guy than your poor white ass.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: do you think you're the biggest N-word in this room?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's how you gotta do it, though. Man.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it. Because like,
You just fucking, you gotta be honest and real.
yeah,
people
honest
aren't,
and real, exactly.
you know.
Just like, because like I got some like family members who are racist, and that's what I kind of got to explain to them. Because we're like half Scottish, and you gotta be like, listen, you gotta tell like that when you come over here, you gotta understand that we weren't like the top. There's different types of whites.
Yeah. Yeah, we have an episode on that too.
That was very shoddily recorded, but we'll re-record it someday.
Yes.
But as a matter of fact, I got to write the script for episode 7.
Yeah.
Oh shit, 7. All right. And Immortal Technique, whenever you don't understand something about like inner city culture or ghetto culture, go to Immortal Technique, because he is like the smartest.
It's good. Yeah,
like,
Killer Mike's there too.
Killer Mike's there too. He did a song.
Mike.
Actually, he did a song with Killer Mike and Brother Ollie. Because like Immortal Technique, he said he was like, listen guys, if you're gonna say the N-word, at least learn something about our people.
Yeah, that's true.
And I learned stuff about our people. All right, this I own it. Because like,
Oh, you have black now?
like when I was in high school, we were reading Huck Finn. I was the only one brave enough to say the N-word, and I'm so proud of it.
What the fuck, Conan? You say it with a hard ER, you fuck. Jesus.
Just like, ooh, I can read.
You're fucking crazy.
All right, but yeah, he made this song with Killer Mike
Was that on the Grammy one album? Or,
Grammy one.
yeah, Killer Mike won a Grammy back in, like 2 years ago.
Oh shit! No, it
Yeah,
didn't.
that was the rap.
No, this was on the Martyr off of the free album that Immortal Technique dropped.
Oh, so Killer Mike did a song with him.
Yeah, the song with that.
Only person
This is bars. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, Killer Mike's fucking badass.
Yeah, he is. And he's Atlanta too.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking beat, man. Oh my god.
Mm.
You know what? Fuck dirty hell. Immortal technique. Killer Mike. Fuck. Brother Ali.
This is one of the most badass songs ever, dude. You know who Brother Ali is too?
I don't personally know.
He's like this white Muslim guy. He's like albino. He's also awesome
really?
too.
Always follows you where you are, and it's hard out there for a pimp to get out of, but it's harder for the hooker that he beat the shit out of. I got niggas underground in the Confederate States. I'm trying to keep running from slavery that prison creates, so I never hate on the South. I respect their vision. I just hate on niggas that promote Samboism and white execs that love to see us in that position. They reflect the stereotypes of America's vision. They want us dancing, cooning and hollering. Only respect us for playing sports and modeling.
Yeah, man. Because he's right, man.
Yeah, he is.
He was 100% right.
Jesus, dude. That's wild.
It's between field niggas and slaves that suck in the house.
This is Chuck D.
Oh, so Steve? Yeah, Master. Okay.
Civilization, demonstrations, overthrowing the occupation, the annihilation of mental colonization, civil war.
For the soul of a nation.
Destroy the corrupt government organizations, trying to survive cultural assassination. Rip niggas, blood niggas, essays, ages. Why the fuck we born?
You know, Killer Mike right there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Killer Mike nasty.
Yes, sir.
Why the separation? Why we got Jamaicans hating on Haitians when the British and French rape both nations?
Oh, shit.
So, exactly, man.
Yep.
All right. If you on the bottom, be you Anglo or Asian, you gotta recognize the realness of what I say. I'm Anglo and Asian. I recognize the realness. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When the police ride and kill the be allowed. So it's hard as hard to
This is Brother Ali.
Now you're holding hearings on us all inside of Congress.
Yeah, man, he's right. Damn. Cause like Rudy Giuliani ignored, calls when 9/11 was happening. One of the heads of the FDA lied about the chemicals in the World Trade Center, and now like guys who are like Mo's age have like the lungs of like 80-year-old smokers.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, man.
It's sad.
It is sad. And he says like me and my wife and babies, we don't want to make jihad. We just want to touch our floor to the head and talk to God because Brother Ali is Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he converted to, he's like from Madison, like Wisconsin.
Oh, shit.
He's like from Minneapolis. He's like a Midwestern white guy, and he converted to Islam, and he said that the black guys were like more accepting than the white guys.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's not wrong, honestly, because like that's been my experience. Like white people are more fun to be around. White people are more fun to party with, and I'm not a partier, so. Like the lacrosse club, they have like parties all the time because it's all white boys.
Yeah,
and like
fucking crazy bastards.
Man, I don't want to go to their fucking parties, man.
Yeah,
maybe when the season is over.
Fuck that.
Yeah, like I thought I wanted to, but like I'm seeing like videos of like the lacrosse house. There's like the bathroom has like the door kicked in.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, man. We don't want to go to fucking Animal House, dude. Fuck that shit.
Animal House, yeah. But it is giving me some great ideas for like a movie we can make.
No, definitely.
Like about a lacrosse club, because we'll basically be Animal House but with lacrosse.
Yeah, I wouldn't be bad.
But yeah, I can go on all day about like the rabbit holes of underground hip hop, because like Immortal Technique, he did stuff with like Jedi Mind Tricks, Vinny Paz.
What was that?
Vinny Paz from Jedi Mind Tricks, you know him?
Vinny Paz. Why is that name found so fucking?
He was on Joe Rogan once.
Yeah, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, okay. He does stuff with Vinny Paz. I don't know if he I don't know if he still fucks with Necro anymore, because Necro is like vehemently pro-Israel. Necro's Jewish, so that'd probably be pro-Israel if I was him too. Maybe they can have a debate, because Necro is like, all right, y'all. Listen, if y'all want to argue with me, go ahead and argue with me, but listen, here's what's up. And he's like, talking about pro-Israel stuff. And, yeah. But yeah, Necro's a G, though. I love him. They did like a song together called Take Hip Hop Back.
Oh, shit.
And that was the fucking mentality I had when I was in, like, a freshman in high school. Cause I was like a snob. I thought like Trippie Redd wasn't real hip hop. I thought, XXX Tentacion wasn't real hip hop. I thought Drake wasn't real hip hop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't think Drake's real hip hop either, but it's just more of, where we're at. So,
yeah, I think Ja Rule was the Drake of the early 2000s.
that's not a bad take. That rule fucking had bops.
Yeah. Yeah, he did have pops, but Murder Inc., they just thought it was so hard.
Yeah.
Man, it was so
Then you're
stupid.
making like love songs and it's like,
Making love songs, exactly. I remember,
dude, you're like, what the fuck?
Like Haley's Revenge, all the D12 guys and Obi Trice were like, were like dissing him. He's like, you sing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, dude, like he was, like he
You're
used
a
to,
pop star.
yeah. Yeah, like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah.
I feel like the worst insult you can get in the rap game is being called a pop star.
Yeah. Well, now, because dude, fuck that. That's why I like guys like Post, because Post could do whatever the fuck he wants.
Oh, yeah.
He don't even give a fuck what people think, so.
Post Malone is like what Kid Rock wants to be, I feel. Because Kid Rock is... Do you think Post Malone is a culture vulture?
Hey, man, that's not my fucking answer to say, so fuck it,
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what it is. Like, dude, like,
Because Kid Rock's definitely a culture vulture, too.
No, Kid Rock's the shit, though.
Yeah, he was the shit. He makes music for the guys who take pictures with the Hooters staff.
Yeah. He's like, I am American badass. No, he had a couple, Kid Rock, dude, fuck,
Oh, yeah, and he had, what he did, and because, like, I remember at Woodstock 99, I saw him, he, like, walked in with, like, this fur coat.
Yeah.
And, oh, man,
they're playing
that's so cool. But yeah, before he was like went mainstream, he was like a respected MC in Detroit.
Yeah, no, he wasn't, and that's the thing. Like, he didn't go out of his way. Like, and then he did a couple, he's not a bad, like, people shit on him. Like, I don't think he's a bad artist, but it's just like, it's what it is. It's kind of like Nickelback, you know what I mean? It's just fun to fucking hate some people, you know what I mean? They're just fuck around with people, I guess. But,
Yeah, and the same thing with I had a point.
Yeah.
Do you think he and Eminem still fuck with each other?
I don't. Hey, like, I know Kid Rock made a post that Kid Rock and M went to the Pistons game together, so well together, but they saw each other, and it was like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because I know they were boys back in the day.
Yeah, but
yeah, M's actually. Here's some more M trivia to show how much of a stan I am. M's very first like major label appearance was on Kid Rock's Devil Without a Cause album.
Yeah, Devil Without a Cause is fucking great. I like that one.
Yeah.
What song was he on?
He was on Fuck Off.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
What? I'm just asking you what song he was on, man.
All right.
What are you talking about? Fuck Off for?
No, I gotta listen to that though, because Kid Rock, that was a good ass album.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
Oh, because that's one of his best albums, I would say.
He was taking off the censored version.
Oh.
Devil Without a Cause.
Yeah, let's see, because I have it on Spotify. Because that's, like I said, that's a good album. That's Fuck Off?
Yeah, this is Fuck Off.
With them?
Yep.
Nice.
It doesn't say with them, probably because of how, like, on PC his album is. You can't even understand what the hell he's saying. He's not even singing.
I don't care. This shit sounds dope.
Don't be like that. They can always have a decent rapper on, like Eminem.
Right.
He beat him at their own game. Alright, that's what you do. Here it is.
Oh shit.
Cause all I do is curse and fuck. So when I do shrooms, y'all better give me 2 rooms, cause I'm fucking the first one up. So when you see me on your vlog, you better lock your cars, cause you know I'm losing it when I'm rapping the rock guitars. This is for children who break rules. People that straight fool, and every single teenager that hates school. Fuck off!
Yeah, I would definitely. That's the thing about like the late '90s. Every fucking culture was like mixed together.
Oh yeah,
and that's what like I liked about it more than anything. Like you look back at all the videos with like Limp Bizkit, Kid Rock, and Dre, Snoop. Like dude, like everybody was in the video. You know, so that's where it's like I don't think it's ever gonna be like that. Like we're trying to get to that point, but like it's just people fucking they act like purists now rather than like, you know what I mean, act like fucking over and over again never fucking happened. You know, Tim McGraw and fucking Nelly. Or, you know what I mean? Now Snoop Dogg did a song with Ernest, and it sounds fucking dope. Mm-hmm. So it sounds good. I'm a big Ernest is a good singer.
The more I think about it, the more I realize that the 90s was like the least racist time in our nation's history, because everyone was united with each other. You know, people were laughing off getting called racial slurs.
Yeah.
People calling each other racial slurs and laughing about it. And you know, people kind of recognized that, you know, we weren't the enemy, the government is the enemy, you know what I'm saying?
And then at the end of the day, that's why you had bands like fucking Rage Against the Machine, you had System of a Down, you know what I mean? Like, you had those big time fucking new metal, or, like, what would you consider them? Like, new metal? Or what would you...
System of a Down?
Yeah.
More alternative metal.
Alternative metal. Yeah, I was gonna say, but like those types of bands that came around and said like "fuck off" and you know what I mean, like you stick it to the system because that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh yeah.
You know, not everybody's meant to just be fucking played with. So
yeah, and the funny thing about Rage Against the Machine, they're signed to Sony.
Oh shit.
So that's a little
So Michael Jackson owns half this shit.
Yeah, Michael Jackson owns half this shit.
Well, he owned half of Sony, so that's why.
And Mike Muir from Suicidal Tendencies pointed that out, and that started a feud between them.
Who?
Mike Muir from Suicidal Tendencies.
Oh, fucking with Rage?
Yeah, with Rage, yeah.
I just want to just with Zach, or just like with Tommy too?
I heard that
Tom Morello
got into a fight with him or something.
Oh shit. Yeah,
that's just what I heard. I don't know.
Hey man, fuck. And then they weren't really, I'm trying to think. What year did their first album come out?
Rage Against the Machine?
Yeah.
Came out in, let me check.
They were legit only a band. I don't even think they were a band for like 12 years.
Yeah, they were like not from 91 to 2000 is what their original run.
And then Audio Slave came out in like 02 to 04, so because that was basically Rage, and then they added Chris Cornell.
Rage, their debut came out in 92.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let's see. Let me look up Mike. I want to look up Mike Muir's feud with them. All right, views. All right, Muir has criticized the band Rage Against the Machine, who are well known for expressing anti-corporate left-wing politics in their lyrics. The Infectious Groove song "Do What I Tell You" from their album Groove Family Psycho mocks the band for this contradiction. Muir has later stated that Rage Against the Machine's guitarist Tom Morello provoked a feud by attacking Suicidal Tendencies.
Interesting. So Tom Morello. And they're probably friends now, because
there's no
beef for so fucking long.
Yeah, I know. It can't be feuding. Like, say you're gonna have a feud say you didn't get along in high school.
Yeah.
And you're at their 10, 15-year high school reunion and you see each other. Are you still gonna be mad at him?
Hopefully not. Fuck.
Are you still mad at something that...
You know, I saw a lot of people. I know, man. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man, that's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so, all right, so I think that's all we have for now, because we gotta go eat before I gotta go to work.
Hell yeah.
So, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for listening to our, us raving about sports, shitty movie characters, and Immortal Technique. So, we'll see you next week when we talk about what we talk about.
Hell yeah. Well, not next week. I'm gonna be in Vegas when it's fucking 90 degrees.
Okay, when he comes back.
Hell yeah.